I've said it once. I've said it twice. I'll say it again. If you are going to say that code is a planetary threat because you're using a planetary Rasengan, a Rasengan that when it hit him didn't even kill him, but gave him a stomach ache. I mean, you are trying to imply that these divine trees are either stronger than code or as strong as code because you're introducing him after that. The scale has to escalate. Okay, so that means that code would be on the level of current Naruto, current Sasuke. We know current Naruto, current Sasuke. By the end of the war, they were strong as fuck. Even in the Boruto movie, they didn't downplay Naruto and Sasuke. You've been downplaying Naruto and Sasuke since Boruto Manga started, but that should mean that the threats are above them. Not that I think Naruto is planetary. I think Naruto and Sasuke are continent level. Planetary is literally destroying a planet, and I don't see that happening on Naruto. Y'all aren't Super Saiyans. Even One Piece ain't got no planet destroyer. Well, we don't know what Emu can do. We know Emu is easily a continent destroyer. But again, a continent destroyer is not a planet. It's a very, very wide range of power, but it's not a planet. As far as we know. I don't know what Emu can do just yet. However, the point being, all of these Genin, possibly Chunin, who in less than 100 chapters, because Boruto is like 80-something chapters and Boruto BV is like 17, 18 chapters so far. How in all of 100 chapters did they not only surpass Naruto and Sasuke, but are taking on threats that are supposedly planetary? That's triple power scaling. You gotta make it make sense. Welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm one of your host, Shinry. Here with Everything Anime Podcast, talk about from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, other relevant topics we're talking about. Today's video is on Boruto BV Chapter 18. I believe it's titled, so not only could Ryu not kill Gaara, but now we have a way to stop him already. Anyways. So when the chapter opens up, the class president being all sad and all because Sadara made a move on her man, or rather her crush Boruto. Again, no offense, Miss Class President, maybe in the anime they flesh out this relationship between you, Naruto, you, Boruto, and Sadara, but like, in this manga, have seen like very little of you, like next to nothing of you. We've seen things from Sadara because Sadara's one of the main characters. She's the daughter of Sasuke and Sasuke. She's the daughter of Sasuke and Sakura. So of course, and then Boruto's the son of Naruto and Hinata. They're the main character syndrome. You know, they could possibly end up together, especially because Naruto didn't end up with Sakura. You know, he ended up with Hinata, who I know people debate about that. It was always gonna be Sakura and Sasuke. You should already know that. Like, she was after him 24/7, and Sasuke was too lost in his darkness to like notice love or notice that somebody loves him that much outside of Itachi. And then Hinata was always chasing Naruto. And Naruto, like, he was just, I don't think he was thinking about girls. I think he was just thinking about like what Sasuke wanted. That's why people say like, oh, he wanted Sakura because she wanted Sasuke, and Naruto wanted everything Sasuke had because Sasuke was a cool guy. Or maybe he wanted Sasuke. Don't come for me. I'm just saying, Anyway, enough of this love triangle thing. Like, unless Boruto's gonna end up with the class president, you can just end the love triangle thing. Love triangles. Sadara is clearly not interested in nobody else, and we ain't even doing the rest of it. We're once again not doing the rest of the Rookie 9. Like, we're focused on Hinanami, who has Kurama, Boruto, Sadara, and then the rest of y'all are kind of sprinkled in. And Noji sometimes, Shikadai sometimes, and Chocho sometimes. But, like, we're not focused on them. Or even the rest of the fucking kids. I think we're focused on, like, 6 or 7 kids at most. So I'm like, class president, you barely been in the story. I ain't even seen what you can do as a ninja or what ninja skills you got. And I didn't even know your name because I always call you class president until like the last 2 chapters. And you're like, is that all you know me as? Do you know me as anything else? So in the love triangle thing, Mitsuki, that's the other one. That's in Kawaki. So 8 to 10 children. But like, it's still the Rookie 9 treatment where like we just focused on Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. But like, you know, there was a sprinkling of Rock Lee, Neji, Tenten. Well, they ain't the Rookie 9, but I'm still considering them. Shino, Hinata, Kiba, Shikamaru. Shikamaru had a lot of screen time. Ino barely had screen time, and Choji had a lot of good moments. But we barely saw them. Like Naruto could have been mixed into those groups every other mission, every other like arc, you know, so we get more fleshed out of them. But we barely saw all of them, especially towards Naruto Shippuden. I want to say early Naruto, yeah, we saw a lot of them mixed in together, but like definitely Shippuden, they was out of the picture. Anyway, she walks in on Kawaki holding the professor hostage, demanding that he unlock his true potential. I just kind of rolled my eyes because this old man scientist really could have just been Orochimaru. I've said this so many times. The old man scientist is not really doing anything for this story. In 100 chapters, like, this scientist just seems like a plot device for Kawaki and like the androids that first showed up before we got to divine trees and shit and karma. It still could have all been Orochimaru. Orochimaru could have been like, oh, the karma is like an upgraded version of the curse mark. You know, it's an evolution of the curse mark. That's what it's given. I know it has to do with aliens and or the Atsushiki. But again, Orochimaru could have been like, oh, you know, after I saw Kaguya and her power, you know, because Orochimaru has a power and he wants all that power. Of course, he'd want to become an Atsushiki. Maybe he could be like, oh, I was playing around with it. I put some of the Atsushiki shells in my body, and now all of a sudden I've got like, I've developed karma from the curse mark, and you know, I created this child, Kawaki and Mitsuki's like the good child, and Kawaki's like the bad child, or like the one I don't care about. Yeah, I could have. What we're doing now could have still been done with Orochimaru. But the old man scientist, because he created Kawaki or some shit, he has like a shutdown code that if Kawaki ever turns on him, he'll go to sleep like a regular robot. He's like, Kawaki, you babble in your sleep or something like that, and Kawaki goes to sleep. That's kind of random. I mean, for what I've seen from Kawaki, I know like one time he woke up in the middle of the night and was like spying on Naruto, and Kurama came out in like spirit mode and he was like talking to him where he could see him, which was very cool because we ain't never seen Kurama do that, like where somebody else could see him outside of like being summoned by Naruto or in Naruto's like cloak form. But I mean, if you were gonna say like Kawaki talks in his sleep and that's like his code or like that's his thing, I would want to see that more fleshed out. I would want to see him like talking in his sleep and like, you know, Boruto notices it or something like that. Give us multiple 3 or 4 scenes of it before this like random thing like that to put them to sleep. I don't know. I just felt like that was stupid. Anyways, we go back to the village in the sand, to the Eito Kage Shikamaru's terrible plan to befriend the tree people, Ryu and Matsuri, and then betray them. Again, just a stupid plan. Just attack them outright. Catch them off guard. We didn't even become friends with them for, like I said, an arc. I knew it'd be like 2 or 3 chapters. You didn't befriend them, and this was like an ongoing arc. Like, you know, like we take them back to Hilly Village, like we do some missions do some slice of life stuff with Matsuri, and Matsuri getting closer to Konohamaru and like falling in love with him, getting closer to Ryu, believing he's like their best friend, and all of a sudden they attack him. No, this was like done in like the next chapter, this chapter. So to say this was a smart plan is pretty fucking dumb. They befriended them for like in anime time, all of 30 seconds. I would not believe you're my friend in like 30 seconds. That's what I'm saying. You have to think of it like logic-wise, like time-wise, like anime-wise. This is not a long drawn-out plan. This is a plan for like 30 seconds. Oh, hey, hello, how you doing? Yeah. That's the plan. It almost immediately falls apart because Gar's real son's friends are glaring at him. The 2 ninjas, I forgot their name, but like they're glaring at him, and he's like, "Why? I feel like intense hatred from you guys. Like, what's going on. And one of them's like, oh, I gotta cool myself down. I'm getting too heated right now. Which, I mean, I understand, like, you know, a situation like that where somebody possess your friend or somebody's lying to you or whatever, and you getting really angry but you try not to show it, and it's just peeking through. I totally get that, but like, y'all's plan was already terrible, so just fucking go with it. Stop exposing yourself in the first 30 seconds of your plan. Meanwhile, Konohamaru is feeling uncomfortable because Matsuri is flirting with him. I just kind of rolled my eyes at this. So I was like, I know it's because she is a divine tree made from Mogi. So she has like those feelings and emotions that Mogi has, but it's just so random and stupid. So the plan seems like it's falling apart because like she notices that Konohamaru is like feeling uncomfortable, and she's like, why you acting that way towards me? What's going on with you? Like they've been dating or something, like stupid. Anyway, Satoru and Mitsuki managed to recover from the ninjas, the sand ninjas, like acting all shady, and they're trying to convince Ryu that Boruto is the enemy of the Hidden Leaf Village, and they should use the thorn bulb as bait to lure him out. They're like, you know, like ignore them. They're just feeling intense because you know, they hate Boruto so much, like they're so angry. They want to fight him. They want to find him now. Like we should use that thorn bulb thing that like is inside your guy's body to like lure Boruto out. Because once he knows that thorn bulb's out there, he's gonna come try to kill you guys. And once he tries to come kill you guys, we can just attack him together. And Ryu was just like, okay, cool, that sounds like a good plan. And I was just like, this is so stupid. That's what I was like, this is so stupid. No way is this going to work in one chapter, but hell, it might. Because in the first chapter, Code showed up. He got his face stomped on by Boruto. And in the first chapter, he got his ass whooped. And then when Jura showed up in the Hidden Leaf Village, he got destroyed by Boruto's planetary Rasengan, which wasn't planetary. Like, it didn't even do nothing to the fucking planet. I don't care what Damien said. The shit was stupid. It sounded stupid. You know, and then Jura still just came back. So, I don't put nothing past this shit. I can't stop laughing. This is just so stupid. Anyways, back with the... I ain't never laughed so much in a chapter. Back with the scientist, he promises to unlock Kawaki's full potential on one condition. He gives all of his karma to the clone of his daughter so he can bring her back to life. Like fucking Frieza in Resurrection F. And I was like, I guess that works. I don't really care. I don't care about the scientist's daughter. I wasn't drawn to her as an android. I'm not drawn to the scientist. We didn't even care about the scientist to care about his relationship with his daughter. Like, if you just had to bring back the third Hokage, we would feel that. If you just had to bring back the fourth Hokage, we would feel that. If you just had to bring back Azuma Sensei, we would feel that. Like, you know, somebody we have an emotional connection to. This random ass science robotic daughter of yours that you want to bring that back to life, we have no emotional attachment to her. We don't care. Again, that's why I should have been Orochimaru. I don't know who Orochimaru would want to bring back, but yeah, I don't know who Orochimaru would want to bring back. Maybe Mitsuki could have died against Boruto and like saying again that Orochimaru had created Mitsuki. I know he didn't. Don't fucking what it is. No, Orochimaru did create Mitsuki. So okay, yeah, we got emotional connection. So say Orochimaru, you know, created Mitsuki and Kawaki. Kawaki killed Boruto, killed Mitsuki. Kawaki killed Mitsuki. Whatever. And that's, like I said, his favorite son, Kawaki, was a son that he didn't care about. He's like, all right, I'll unlock all your karma, but you're going to bring your brother back to life. You're going to bring my son that I love back to life. You see the emotional connection? You see, even though we know Orochimaru is a villain, but we care about Orochimaru, and now we're seeing another side of Orochimaru, like this side of him that like, oh, I have feelings now and all that. Anyways, Kawaki agrees, but he warns that if she is brought back as an Atsushiki, he will kill her. To which the father scientist retorts, like, I'll allow you to try, but you'll have to fight me first. An expected parental response, but still just very stupid. Again, I don't care about these characters. Again, if it was Orochimaru, that would have a more emotional impact. And I'm not going to go back over that same thing I just said. But like I said, if it was Orochimaru and Kawaki and Mitsuki were his kids, it would make more sense. It would feel like an emotional connection that we would care about. But Kawaki adds his own condition. He will resurrect his daughter with his karma after he kills the Divine Trees, Code, and Boruto. So once again, we're back to this like, Boruto, I want to kill you. Kawaki, I want to kill you. We know they ain't going to kill each other. Boruto had a chance to kill Kawaki, and he's like, oh, he's my brother. I will never do that to him. And so I don't believe that Kawaki's going to kill Boruto. I believe that he'll kill the Divine Trees. I believe that he'll kill Code. But we know once... They were already standing on the stone statues, like the beginning of the Boruto chapter, the one that got me invested. Like, you know, you killed the seventh Hokage. Like, we thought he killed the seventh Hokage, but it's like, you did something to the seventh Hokage, you know, now I have to fight you. The path of the ninja leads back to me. That like I said, that all was bullshit because you destroyed that when they stood on the faces and they were just like, oh, we're brothers, I'm not gonna fight you. Stupid. You're trying to redo the Naruto and Sasuke thing, but these guys are not Naruto and Sasuke. They don't have that bond. I'm not attached to them like that. I know in the anime, people might be attached to Kawaki and Boruto's relationship, but in the manga where this started, I'm not seeing that relationship. It's just played out and stupid. We know y'all aren't going to kill each other. You are not Naruto and Sasuke. Stop trying to mimic the Naruto and Sasuke relationship in the ending. If you want to kill Boruto, do it. If you want to kill Kawaki, do it. But don't fucking be like, oh, well, you're my brother. I can't do that now. Back with Konohamaru, because the story is so flat and we keep going back and forth to keep us engaged. Like, yeah, we are hopping around. Like, as you see, except from this chapter alone, we went from like, you know, the sand ninjas and Konohamaru to the scientists, back to the sand ninjas and Konohamaru to Boruto, back to the sand ninjas to Konohamaru to the scientists. Back. This story has something going on. That's how we're moving. We're trying to keep you engaged with all this stuff going on. It's like, it's not enough of an engaging story to really deserve all this back and forth. Like, there's nothing clever happening. We're not learning anything. It's just like, all of this can be done in like one, you know, all the Kawaki stuff, one chapter. All this sand ninja stuff back to back, because there's nothing really happening. And I think the writer knows that. And no offense, as a writer myself for 20 years, I can tell you, I can understand that's why you're trying to do it. You're trying to keep people engaged, but like, you even know nothing's really going on. Anyways, Konohamaru fucks up mentioning Mogi and pissing Matsuri off. She's like, I know you're talking about another woman. Like, you know, like, fucking, I don't know if I'm gonna find that clip, but like, Poison Ivy in the Batman Forever, when I feel like Freeze is talking about something, I gotta save my wife, and Poison Ivy just went to her like, you never said anything about another woman.
I get my diamonds. You and Meatloaf retrieve my wife.
You never said anything about a wife.
Come on.
That's what she giving. She starts off, oh yeah, I just mentioned this. That's funny. I was ahead of my notes. I had mentioned the poison and everything, and I just thought I pulled it off the rip. But anyways, yeah, she's like pissed off, like, oh God, sorry about that. She's pissed off that he's thinking about another woman and not her. Meanwhile, Ryusei releases the thorn bud from his body, and they believe that this is the tribe. They believe he's trying to do this to lure out Boruto, but I already knew this is where they're gonna fuck up because Konohamaru fucked up in the next chapter of their plan. Again, this has probably all been 30 seconds since their plan started. I already knew the standards was gonna fuck up too. They was gonna, of course, go after that fucking thorn bulb. And Yodo, the girl, immediately bites. And it's a trap. Who could have saw that coming? Yodo couldn't contain her bloodlust. She's like, oh, this is the time to kill Ryu. Here and now, we're gonna save our friend, Gaara's son, whatever the fuck his name is. I forgot his name. I'm not attached to these characters. We didn't learn that Ryu, who once again looks like Kankuro, I'm telling you, I think Kankuro and Gaara got together and had a baby. I'm just saying. He uses his iron sand to control people's bodies like strings on a puppet. So once again, he is Gaara's son, but he's using his abilities like a puppet master, which is Kankuro's thing. Gaara, you... Gaara, you fucking... Gaara, you fucking Kankuro. Is that what's going on? You can't tell me, oh, it's because they're brothers. He has the sand and the metal. He has the sand and the puppet mastery skills. Bitch, where's his wind style abilities in? It's given. I don't know. Let me stop. Anyways, it seems like they're all about to lose, but that's when Arya, the other sand ninja, who got a cool design, and I like his like blade thing. He has a blade that seals sand. Not only is that OP as fuck and can take down Gaara, because Gaara's whole thing is sand. That means they already about to win. It has been 3 chapters since Ryu woke up. And now Ryu getting his ass whooped. Do you understand how bad the power scaling and storytelling in this story is yet? 3 chapters. And their plan, which was Shikamaru's amazing... Don't forget Shikamaru, the brilliant guy from Naruto. His plan was 30 seconds long. Bitch, who you playing? That's the dumbest plan ever. 30 seconds. I did predict this though. I did predict they would defeat them in like 3, or that Boruto would show up and save them. And Boruto still could show up and save them. So Ryu, who has the Iron Sand of Gaara's son, because he is Gaara's son, couldn't undo Gaara's son's sand. What is it, Gaara's son's? Let me stop saying Gaara's son. Shiniki. That's a weird name. Anyway, he couldn't do on Shiniki's sand because Ryu, even though Ryu is Shiniki in a way and has his powers, he couldn't do the sand to kill Gaara, eat Gaara, which is his motivation. And now, after being hyped up, you get your ass whooped in less than 5 chapters? Is anybody a threat? Is anybody Orochimaru level? Is anybody Itachi level? Is anybody Madara level? Is anybody Obito level? Because y'all not above them. Y'all are getting worked by Genin and Chunin. That's what's on top of this. The villains is getting worked by Chunin and Genin. Still. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, this video was sponsored by me, the author of the Shinry series, the Chronicles of Wayne, and Monsterverse. So I figured I'd do this outro a little bit different by showing you guys what you guys will be checking out. So, the Shinry series starts with Book 1, Shobu Samurai Project Aryoku. 10 years after the death of his parents, Shobu Samurai returns home seeking vengeance, but instead faces the choice to save his home from shadow creatures, blood beasts, and an organization once thought dead. Shinry's Shobu Samurai starts at $9.99. And if you love anime, manga, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Shaman King, Rave Master, Zatch Bell, anything like that, the Shinry series is definitely the series for you. You'll definitely want to check it out. The Sword of Light is probably the thickest one so far. And then these books are 2. This is Enter the Dread Zone Tournament. And the series original ending, Arado, the Legendary Conjuring Master. So, and I'll just show you guys some of the covers. Really proud of all of these. But I hope you guys check it out. If you don't like that, I also have the current published books for the Chronicles of Wayne, Love Be Damned, Cotton Candy, Full Moons, Fabled Lovers, A Cursed Virgin's Bite. If You Go Where Monsters Dance, Red will Reign Over Your House. Love Be Damned. Now, the Chronicles of Wayne is about a geeky guy, or a nerdy guy in high school. His senior year, he has a crush on the hottest guy in school, because of course he does. He's only got one best friend, and her name is Barb. Well, the hottest guy in school turns out to be a werewolf. And to make the story more interesting, he bites Wayne and turns Wayne into the first ever wolfman in the last 10 years. And because of that, it was also a sacred law that wolfmen should never be created.
I don't want to get into too much of the Chronicles of Wayne without spoiling it, but I can tell you it's very short. This one sells for $6.99, and Love BK is right after it. The ending of this trilogy, Love Be Liberated, comes out in October. So I'm going to definitely do a more full in-depth review of this one. But yeah, it's an LGBT fantasy fiction story about werewolves, vampires, white witches, a dark warlock, and, well, many, many more surprises to come. So if you guys like to read, I definitely recommend. These are all the books so far in the Shinry series, except for Shinry's Beginning. I do have that one, but it's just not here with me. But yeah, I appreciate a like, support, or just a review on Amazon. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.